my pretend pastry kitchen. I'm Emma, and today I'll be showing you how to make these maple cinnamon roll cookies. They are cookie dough swirled with a maple cinnamon glaze, and I topped some of them with a delicious maple butter frosting. Let me show you how to make them. To start the cookie dough, we're going to add 1 cup of softened, unsalted butter to the bowl of a stand mixer fitted with a paddle attachment. We'll cream it by itself for about 1 minute in the bowl. When it's done, the butter should be creamy and smooth. Now we're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar and cream the butter and sugar together for about 2 to 3 minutes until they're smooth and well incorporated. Then we're going to lower the mixer speed from medium to low, and while it's running on low speed, we're going to add 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, then mix for about another minute until well combined on medium speed. Stop periodically throughout mixing to scrape down the sides of the bowl with a spatula so that everything is getting well incorporated. Once our wet ingredients are well combined, they should look like this, and we're going to push the stand mixer aside for just a moment and grab a medium mixing bowl to combine our dry ingredients. In our medium mixing bowl, we're going to sift together 2 2/3 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Now we'll add about half of the dry ingredients to the stand mixer and mix on low speed until well combined, then add the other half and then mix just until well combined, but don't overmix, because at that point we will have added the gluten, and that's what allows it to stay fluffy. Once your dough is done, it should come together as a loose, slightly crumbly dough ball, but it should definitely come together as a dough. It should look a little something like this. Now I lined 2 baking sheets with silicone baking mats, but you can just line it with parchment paper, and we're going to turn out our dough onto one of the sheets and then divide it in half so that each sheet has about half of the dough. Now roll out each pile of dough into about an 11-inch by 11-inch square. I'm going to push these aside for 1 moment to make the filling. In a small mixing bowl or measuring cup or whatever you have lying around, we're going to mix together a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour and 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. Once those are well combined, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of maple syrup to turn it into a fine paste. Your maple cinnamon filling should look like this when it's ready to be spread, and it should be a nice spreadable texture. Now we're going to spread it on all except for a 1/4 inch border on one of the sides on each of the dough squares. I'm just using a small spatula to spread it around. Now, starting on the edge opposite of the 1/4 inch blank border that we left, roll up the cookies as tight as you can, like a cinnamon roll. And then we'll use that blank border to seal the edge. wrap these tightly in parchment paper and place in the fridge for 1 to 2 hours to firm up before we bake them. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. In the meantime, we're going to take our dough out of the oven and then we'll unwrap it from the parchment paper and slice it up with a sharp knife. I have a sharp chef knife right here, and we're going to cut the log into slices about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick each, then place them on either parchment paper or silicone baking mats on top of baking sheets about 1 to 2 inches apart from each other. Now we'll bake these for 12 to 14 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit until they're golden brown in color. Now allow these to cool and then make the frosting. To start the maple frosting, we're going to add 8 tablespoons or 1/2 cup of unsalted softened butter to a medium mixing bowl. And we're going to cream it by itself in this bowl just by stirring it until it's super smooth. Once your butter is smooth and creamy, we'll add 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, 1/3 cup of maple syrup, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Your frosting should be a smooth and spreadable consistency when it's done. The last step is to frost the cookies. So I'm just going to take a small spatula like this and spread a little dollop of the frosting on top of a cookie. Oh, that was a little too generous. Going to spread that across 2 cookies. And then they're ready to enjoy. There we go. And here are our finished maple cinnamon roll cookies. I left some of them unfrosted so you can see the beautiful swirls, but I frosted some of them with the yummy maple butter frosting for the taste. I hope you guys like this recipe. Let me know if you try it out. Send me pictures if you do. If you like this recipe, leave a like on this video and comment down below what you want to bake together next. I can't wait to bake with you again. Bye!